that is. Got some feedback right there. So that's know your feedback. Just know your feedback.
Feedback.
We are already live, so
Hey there, community leaders. Imagine a world where every community thrives, where each individual has a voice and every effort creates a lasting impact. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's time to turn that dream into reality. Welcome to the Global Community Engagement Forum, your gateway to becoming a true changemaker. Think about the power of one community leader. That's you. Now, imagine harnessing that power on a global scale, alongside like-minded individuals who are just as passionate and driven. The possibilities are endless. This forum isn't just another meeting. It's a mission to engage, empower, and elevate communities all around the world. You'll gain insights from global partners, learn from impactful training sessions, and discover innovative business development strategies. But more importantly, you'll be prepared to make a real difference. You'll be equipped with the tools, knowledge, and network to transform your community and inspire others to do the same. Picture yourself leading initiatives that tackle pressing issues, creating programs that uplift your neighbors, and driving sustainable growth in your area. This isn't just about making small changes, and it's about sparking a movement. Now you might be wondering, how do I get started? It's simple. Join the Global Community Engagement Forum. Connect with passionate leaders from all corners of the globe. Share your experiences,
you have a
learn,
lot of
invest, and
feedback
start
coming
building
up,
a
Fred.
brighter future. By participating
You have a
in
lot of
and
feedback
attending an
behind you. I
event,
don't know from
you're
your tip
becoming
or where,
part of a
so you
global
gotta
mission.
turn off that
A
feedback.
mission dedicated to making the world a better place, one community at a time. So what are you waiting for? The world needs leaders like you. Leaders who dare to dream big, act boldly, and inspire others. The Global Community Engagement Forum is your platform to do just that. Join us and let's make a difference together. Because when communities thrive, the world thrives. Thank you for listening, community leaders. Dude, let's get out there and change the world. See you at the forum.
But one thing that Maripaz and you, Jarvis, and Mike can tell them.
Thank you, and welcome to this special today. Is actually Memorial Day, and we want to thank God for another opportunity given us to celebrate the Memorial Day today. We want to say hello to all of us. This is again today is celebrating. Okay. Thank you for all. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in. And we want to say wherever you are today, it's another interesting here, and it is again an opportunity to join us from here from live and studio with me, and we've been talking about um, meeting. This is cost, not just cost expensive, but it is our responsibility to keep this thing called partnership. And partnership forum is where we discuss with positive people their dreams and what they are doing and positive things that are going on. And the partnership forum is here today to showcase. We talk about how can we promote the next person, and how can we promote the issues of private development and some good talks with positive people. Today we actually happen to be with one of the veterans from actually a big brother from Basel community, brother Fred Smith Jr. And for those of us who know him, who watch his tape, what on Zoom, I mean on Zoom, on YouTube or Facebook, I want to say to you that it's a special kind of interview or talk with some great thing that happened during the weekend with his own organization, and we are here today to talk about it and other development that coming up, other coming up events. And so I'm very much pleased to welcome here brother Fred Smith Jr. Brother Fred Smith Jr., introduce yourself and like kick off.
Thank you very much, Jabez Bestman, and good afternoon or evening to the many listeners wherever you find yourself this hour. Was a purpose that for you to tune in, and this Memorial Day weekend is a holiday, but you can see we are very busy on this holiday giving information and also participating events that have occurred over Memorial Weekend that will bring some positive relief to our people as we discuss it as the program continue. For me, I would only like to introduce the veteran into the radio. I haven't jumped into the television yet, but we're coming into that. For broadcasting, newspaper, I have done my portion, and also with BBC correspondent for Liberia, cover the 1984 Olympic Games. So the World Cup is coming, and will be my last cap for the veteran to say you have done your job. Now help nourish the next generation to continue after you. So Javi, it will continue with my information about myself. Will not get into the show.
But one of the question I wanted to ask you, what always when I say veteran, what make you a real veteran?
A veteran, I would make it very simple. Someone who been in a particular field or have done something unusual, and he now can put that knowledge, what he have learned, and help nourish another person to take his place. So that's the way I would put it. A veteran should always give back, not only take it and keep it for himself, but always willing to give back.
Okay, you're not a narcissist, not a narcissist anyway. Yeah. When you talk about the reason why I asked the question because he's a veteran, and I want us to focus on what we're going to be discussing. Actually, I think he has something back 2 days ago during the weekend, and besides that, little when you go back in Bassa community, Liberia, and different events are coming up here in the state, and there are institutions that he also talk about. Will be giving you little information about it, and it just we could not actually share some of the photos, especially with the timing. There was no time to go into our file to make sure to update because everything is has to do with timing and a lot of time to give yourself before you can start downloading. So, well, we might be playing the tape. I think you have a tape. We'll be playing the voice, the audio, but brother Fred, why
Yeah.
what is your event coming up? What are some of the things that you actually doing, want to do or already doing in Liberia, and what is the
Okay.
brief the organization name, and why this program or this particular special show today?
Or I would put it just on things that I'm doing,
Okay.
or I would start from what happened Memorial Weekend, and
Okay.
then just go into other things that I will be doing in the future. Uh, I was fortunate to one of our best when I would say encyclopedia when it comes to sports. Child Wordsworth. He one of our he played sports in the past. He part of great ball player, and he also great ball players USA. But he also I consider him a veteran in that he took upon himself to collect information of all sports in Liberia. So, like your son who didn't know that Jave plays soccer or sports, he made an impact in sports. All that would be compiled into, I would say, a encyclopedia of sports, and he been working on it very hard. And sometimes when I'm looking for sports information, I call my brother Child Wordsworth for such valuable information about Liberian sports. Even my father was the first president of Barrow. When I want to learn more about him, I would ask Child. He would tell me the role my father played in Mate Barrow Sports Association and other people too. Well, the role they have played in sports. So I want to give him his kudos because he spent his time, his money, his effort to do this. So we have to recognize such valuable person. Now he's also a professor too, teaching at University in Maryland. So we must recognize him. So he told me about this activity, Memorial Weekend by great ball players. And if you don't know Jave, I promoted basketball in Liberia. So wherever a group of Liberian legend basketball player come together, I have to be there. And so he invited me, and I went to Southwest Philadelphia or Philadelphia, uh, city of sister and brotherly love and affection, sisterly affection. So I was there this Memorial Weekend, and it brought together people, all former football player, friends, people who love to see these people how they perform. Todua Harris, I mean, you can name all of them. They were there to play. And one of the person I used to promote or interview or cover, he was the coach, G. Alvin Yusuf. He just passed away on May the 3rd. And so you can see the coincidence that this guy was the chairman of Great Ball Player, and they coming out with a convention in Philadelphia, and he didn't get to see this convention, but he marked that he made as a coach and as a player uh, for Uhuru King and coaching other high school CWA and other. I made a mind, and he would very much be Miss G. Alvin Yusuf. You can't ask anybody in Liberia, in California, all over about him. They will tell you, and I can just imagine Jabe, his homegoing on June the 14th, one day before Father Day. It will be held in Atlanta, Georgia. I can imagine the turnout that will be there.
Okay. Yeah. You know, when we talk about this whole thing called promoting and partnership, when we talk about this the movement and some of the things you're talking right now, how can we especially be persistent in having this program or like every week or after 2 weeks, because it's all about persistency, then meeting people and talking more about what you do and what would be the responsibility of maybe your viewers or supporters, people who want to see the program going. And it needs support, yes, but what do you think as you begin, because you already have it in Liberia, you want to do some things, and it all takes money and timing, but I think my question would be, how do you plan to go about it? What are some of the plan or step you are taking to make sure that those programs in Liberia and the one here take actually active move.
And I think, Javi, first before you start to do anything, you have
Yeah,
to think that what you are doing going to benefit the people. That
yeah,
service that you're going to provide there, it have an impact.
hmm
Then you have to assemble a team that will have your vision, that
yeah,
share similar vision with you, and see how you can work together. Because
yeah,
I think, Javi, the hardest part of it is getting people with shared mind working together for the good of others. Seems to
yeah,
be the most difficult part
yeah.
in anything you try to do. Because it's quick for you to come and it's quick for people to leave that group. But
That's
I
right.
would tell you about great ball player. They've been very consistent. I know these guys, I know the passion they have for basketball.
Okay.
And although they play it and display it in Liberia, but when they
Mm.
came here, they said, no, we'll not forget about the young people back home. We want to do something
Yeah.
positive for them.
Mm. Sure.
And so they themselves have gathered together.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
They have gathered together and left form an organization called Great Ball Player USA.
Great ball player.
And the intent, yeah, Great Ball Player USA. And their
Okay.
intent is to build coach. I would say not only in Maserati, they have staff on Yucatan, but now they're
Mm.
going to Stephen Tauber Estate. The construction already on the way right now.
Okay.
And from the program last night, I think they raised thousands of dollars, and
Okay.
there are more ways to contribute. You get supporter $500 level, contributor 750,
Mm.
advocate 1,000, and partner. Just what you talk about partner two
Yeah.
thousand five hundred. And last night, the guest speaker happens to be Councillor Tema Dumba because BN Kessley gave 2,500. He said, I'm going to give $2,501. And that brought laughter to everybody. Say, why you can't give more? Why you got to put $1? He said, because I want to be $1 over BN Kessley, saying he was the last year speaker and he gave 2,500. And he said he was going to give 2,501. Just but it was laughter, and I like the way they're doing the fundraising.
Fred, you off. What going on? Fred off. I think it's caused by probably from his end. He's all of the whole stuff there. And we've been talking about partnership, and I think we're here talking to Brother Fred Smith Jr., and he's actually a veteran, a born citizen of Liberia, and also a citizen here in the state, and founding members of the. His father was a founding member of the Basel Brotherhood Benefit Society in Basel community, where we all come from, and he's my big brother. I think looking at the kind of thing he's talking about to drive this thing is all depend on where they are, where they are going, what can we do. There are a lot of factors involved when it comes to how can we change the face of our community. We just learned yesterday our sustainable programs, and yesterday celebrating technical thank you for bringing up that file. And this is all we do. We are on the line. We are on the way to massive awareness of joining other forces like the Nine Main, Mercy Nine Main, and when we come to Mercy Street Friend, we also part of the Mercy Street Friend when it comes to these uh, mobile pantry, and looking at all this development, looking at all these things that is happening around us in the world. Fred, I want to say you're out of this. a whole thing. I don't know what it come from your end, but again, you got to be timing. Because that's what this whole thing is about. So let talk about it, and let's see what it means to to get out, and something must happen, and we don't take our time talking, and that's what I said. Prayer, you got to prepare to come in, and because when you come in, this is a program for you, not for me. I really 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 I'm sorry that you could not actually continue the program, but again, you're welcome. If you can come in, we still have time. We have less than this is 30-minute show, and for you, and I want you to know that because of the kind of urgency we came up here. So not to take our time, we're going to be playing the tape here that was sent in from by him, and this tape talk about yeah yes okay so this is Fred. I don't know whether it's on his phone or it's not on the internet or what happened. So uh, I have to play this the tape for him. This is a tape that where they had the program they had on the weekend, the Memorial weekend, and it's from their program. So and that's what he wanted to also. That's what he was talking about. Okay. I know that Fred had some setback out of the battery was low or something, and he's out. But this is the program you listen to. Hmm. This is organization for the past 40 years. They've been existing, and we're trying to reorganize a program back in Liberia. So this program was held on Saturday, I think, and now we're trying to do the replay. That was one of the things that Fred had been, given the time to talk about. So again, we want to say, Brother Fred, we are sorry that because we're only here for 30 minutes and we have only 7 minutes to go. And I want to say to those of us who are watching, man, if you want to be part of these programs, look on the field. We know that we've been talking about support. We've been talking about this, and we'll keep talking. Those who will catch it. Every movement of what we do on social media, whether it was a podcast for the month or whatever we do here, does it costs money. Okay, and we know that we need your donation, we need your phone, we need your support. Like we said during our program, people, even though with all the support we still have been going on for 5 years, but I will tell you the truth. If there's no kind of an appreciation, sometimes like, oh, what is going on? now. And even if you and your wife were together or something planning, and that person was just mute and not even responsive, not even not even repeating, or that means it's not like you gave, I gave, or it's something that's one sided. Then of course it would be like, wow, why my husband, why my wife is doing this? So it's like that. We are pulling into the minds of people, empowering people with word, like our sister Elizabeth said yesterday. And every information we have is empowerment. And the first people you met, maybe before you started your program, you have an information that you share, they share with you. Maybe you use part of that information. Well, the community engagement is all about a global connection and connecting with people with like mind. No matter where you are, religious, maybe culture, whatever development, whatever thing that has to do with rights and responsibilities. And when it comes to religious tolerance, we speak against that. We say, well, there should be nowhere in the world where a religious group will be stopped from ministering, uh, whether it was a gospel or whatever message. Okay, if you put stop to a certain group of people, then there is something we call not religious tolerance. Okay, you didn't give everybody the chance to talk about their faith, so that is they call it a violation. Is a violation. Okay, especially when government fails to take actions. So a lot of people did the work. A lot of different organizations were like forcing their religion on a group of people, then for them to be open to receive it. That is not religious tolerance. Okay, and we speak about these things because it's very important. When we pass this information over to you, we want you to take it and use it and to change your community. Okay, and before I close, I know that Fred will not come back because I know he have some he has a challenge. But listen, we need not to have these challenges in the state, but we have to have it when we are not used to it. So I want to say thank you, and I thank God I played the tape. But let's do something for ourselves. Let us start to fight against the forces of darkness, something that will stop us in the middle of our dreams. And again, I want to say thank you for those of us who turned up yesterday. Those are some of the things that we're talking about, and we keep doing what God have called us to do. On this Memorial Day, I want to say to all of our families, those of us who lost our parents, like may her soul rest in peace, our mother, our father, decades ago. And we still have those reflections when we're younger, and we are remembering all they there today. I remember that this is a day, that is for the dead. Again, Fred, we just have a few time now. I don't know why you guys go up there. You are back. I don't know why you call up, but again, Fred is back. So this Memorial Day, I want to say to all of us, look, man, uh, we remember the dead, and go to our places of different events and have a good time. And while we remember the dead, we should also know that we will one day go. So no matter how many money you put in a bank, and let my words to all of us all the time when I come on this show, I see people sometimes they try to be like they have power, right? And they try to think that, well, they're going to remain here on earth until 10,000 years. And so they are wicked. They are doing wickedness all over the place in the world. Forgetting to know, some of us also forget about the poor, and we save all the money in the bank. And all the cars parked, more than 10 cars, right? And well, only one you're going to drive at one time. And so I want to encourage people who are on there. If you are giving, look for something that will have a legacy, that will leave a mark in your community, wherever you go. Look, man, because you're not carrying anything. And at the end of the day, probably maybe strange people will enjoy that money that you are hiding, and you think that you will do well for yourself. But Fred, let conclude here to on your show.
Yes, Jave. I think people with good heart, good mind, the young people back home depending on us
Yeah.
to give. to give and help in services that would benefit them. And then so the great ball players thought it why if they can invest into providing basketball courts in neighborhood community, will help young people to nourish their talent into something productive and
Okay.
then to fight and to create problems. So it's their own way of giving back to Mother Liberia. And so that project right now they did one in Yukutam and this one will be in Stephen Toba Estate. The construction, as I learned, seems to be going on right now. Now
Okay.
it's only upon us to give, and one will know how can we give if you are monitoring right now and listening. How can you send your donation? That would be very helpful, or your contribution to help Great Ball Players USA provide from the program last night, which the speaker touched on the subject of how can we resolve our conflict. Councillor Taman Badama, how can we in the society and on the court, basketball court. So another way to resolve that is to contribute building these courts all in neighborhoods that have talented players, but they don't have the recreation to play. So if you build it, people can nourish their talent and into something productive like basketball that is really needed in Liberia, and you can get scholarship to come to America if you're a good basketball player. So that's something you can do. So
Oh,
that's something you can do by contributing and giving your contribution. So one way to give your contribution, as I stated earlier, they have different level of contribution that you can make to them. And if you do it, they will take it. It's a non-profit organization. You will be giving your tax benefit, and through that, and you can send it. I think they gave there's three levels: supporter 500, contributor 700, advocate 1,000, partner 2,500,
oh,
and you can check Great Ball Player USA. I think they have a web page that you can also go directly to. But let me find a number that you can call them and directly deal with people. They are well organized.
oh,
Myself, I was impressed from through the program that I attended. They were well organized, and every penny and dime that you gave, they will give report. I
okay.
spoke to Child Welfare. Yeah, so that's something that I'm very passionate. As I look for the how you can contribute. Oh, I think it's here. The Zelle number is 667 area code 881 6583. I will repeat. Zelle number for Great Ball Player USA if you want to help them to make the young people lives, so they can pour all their frustration, their energy into the court, and instead of fighting among themselves and doing drugs and other things. This is a productive way of doing it, providing services like a modern court that will include a bathroom for both male and
Okay.
so so you can do that, and then you can also send it to uh Venmo, VENMO. It say at GBP Great Ball Player USA. You can send it through that, or PayPal Great Ball Players. So you have three ways of contributing, and you give tax exemption, your paperwork as you contribute, and this you will be preparing. Liberia national team having done so much in the past in basketball, this a way of helping not only great ball player provide these services throughout the nation, but helping our national team to perform well. You know, Jabe is so disgracing when they're talking about other country basketball player in the NBA. We don't see any from Liberia. So that's the way you can help. Put your money and to provide such services through all the community, different community in Liberia. They are Stephen Tobin Estate right now. And I know they will go other community like they did one in Yukutan. And so they will continue. So Jabe, my other future passion will bring civic education back to the radio, and
Okay.
Triumphant Communication Network want to join with you in
Okay.
partnership with you so we can provide that service. So when people are afraid, the veteran that used to hear on BBC and other places come back the airway to make people happy. So you
Yeah.
can bring me back
Yeah.
to
I hope so.
Triumphant
We also,
Communication Network,
yeah,
TCN.
we also want to send up back there because we reach it up there. We have a project proposal. We already sent it up there for our global radio program, especially on the social media internet. It's not just a kind of satellite or kind of program. So we wish to program to partner with people, and whoever want to partner, because we've been here for some time, we can show you that we can make the big difference because we have been on social media, and we do what we are doing here is our own support. No support comes from any organization that is supporting this program. I tell you the truth, is from the community engagement level and from my personal whatever I'm doing. And sometimes people chip in a little bit for some other reasons, but on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, this program is sponsored by Community Engagement Global Mission, and that's why we are for. If you go back and see, we do it. We do your interview free. You want to make donation? Look on the on onto our page, and you look at the Fed, make a donation you want to, and we encourage you because we are expanding our partnership with you, brother Fred. We want to say, well, we are open to partnership. Once we can go through our MOU and understand the memorandum of understanding, we definitely going to do that because that's why we are for. We are not. We are for development. We want to see things happen in Liberia. Like I support the program, and because it's going to give the young people talented young people who coming up, and they live in those communities, according to what you're saying. It will help
Yeah,
them to develop, to come out fine. And we need to have all these different. We can see back here and see how the West people live here in America for years, and they go back home, they fold their hands, and they don't have nothing to say. They don't have nothing to say. They just, it's a shame, and I said that to say I'm not. It's not a bracket. You cannot, you go back to Liberia after years, and you fold your hands and you just say hello to all of you guys, hello, and come back on the plane. No, it's not. So while you are keeping all that money, you putting it in your pocket or keeping it somewhere for your family, which is good. But remember that sometimes the family you're keeping it for might not even be prepared to take care of it. So we want to encourage you, invest in something that is perpetual, that you going to leave a legacy. And that's why I talk about positive people. Maybe if you scholarship people, you are investing into a long term. Because what happened when that person graduates, they going to make an impact. But if they were sitting and no money to get sent to school, they were not. So all these things, like what Fred is saying, this development, I want to welcome you guys again. I say thank you to them, and let's see what the next show will be for the basketball brother. Who we need to have a show here to talk about some of the positive things that the better woman have. I don't know whether they have anything to say, but they've been existing
yeah.
for the past I don't know how many years. So
And,
we can, yeah, we
and,
can't keep
and, and Javi, before we leave, just want to give you, and maybe you can have another show to discuss it. There's something positive going on now with the church and Triumphant Communication Network (TCN). that
Uh-huh.
would bring positive development over there. But we'll discuss it another
I,
time
I, I,
for that
I understand
development.
that aspect of it, but in the absence of you being in the dark, Michael said,
Mm-hmm,
and I kept saying this, that thank
mm-hmm,
God that I have an institution here that is going to
mm-hmm,
be very much resilient to hit the target. This is not about joke, Fred. You might
mm-hmm,
build something over there, you might put development down, and you are gone. Your age. Look at your age. You leave this world. You
mm-hmm,
invested people money into something that you don't know
mm-hmm,
where is the deed, who has the deed, who is the owner of the land, and then you invest in something tomorrow. You kick your children out of the house, kick your children out of the place. What will you say? You in the grave. So my consent is not about well, okay, let's develop. My consent is about opening the light. Let's see what is going on. Because I will tell you the truth, no man will go to invest into something that they don't know at the end. They're going to tell you, well, this land is not for you. We break it down. And those things are a very sensitive thing. And I'll keep saying it. And I will say it because one day people say, oh, yeah, Jarvis been saying this thing. And we didn't talk about these things, Fred, where it is true that we want to do something. You can invest into a land that you don't know who own it, who is the rightful owner, which we know the bastard brother who owns the land. But where's the deed? Those questions up to now cannot be answered. Okay, so those are things for me. I tell people, I say, all of us will leave this world, but let's be frank. Let's speak what we see that is not right. Okay, and I think I want to thank you guys for that kind of development, especially with the Pioneer Baptist Church and all the kind of good things that we're hearing. It is a good plan, but my concern is about legitimacy for the future. That you don't put something down and you don't know who behind the scene that is watching us after we leave this earth. They come back to say, "You guys, Father, were not no owner of this place, and now we are the owner." So that is very clear. And for me, I'll stand for what I stand for. And actually, in the near future, very soon, different people will start coming into Liberia to investigate some of the things so that we can make sure that we don't invest into something that we would not have clarity. So again, want to thank the brotherhood for taking those good steps. Thank all the guys who are there, the new brotherhood. I want to say, look, man, let's work together. There can be no way that we can be divided and we build, brother Fred. My
yeah.
concern is to be united. How can we unite? We can unite when we are not hating to take people property from them because we want to get it to eat it for free. We can unite when we
Mm-hmm.
are not thinking that we can own it, sit down to divide. Okay, my prayer for Basa community is to see Basa community develop like what you guys doing. But that cannot happen in the absence of certain legal information that you know that there can be no way if you don't see something that is tangible that people will come to invest in. At the end of the day, it become a problem. So again, I want to thank you guys. Thank Parliament.
And Jabe, before you leave, I want to give a kudos to St. Patrick and St. Teresa's Convent because when I was in Philadelphia, I was also on virtual online. Our reunion was held virtually, and we only short of $58,000 for the rebuild St. Patrick.
I give you a
Uh,
lot of
so
big information.
as soon as we, as soon
How
as
I
we
just a lot of money.
Yeah, but people have been giving it. Jabe, you'll be surprised how many people have contributed. The alumni of St. Patrick and other
Okay.
people have put together. They have generated over 200 or 300,000 already, and
Wow.
they're already to the finishing mile of the school reopening somewhere in
Wow.
Gray community
Ah,
right here, WA. That where the
oh,
new St.
okay.
Patrick. Yeah, the new St.
Ah,
Patrick will be located, and they will have all the boys that come to the new St. Patrick free scholarship. No, you
ah.
damn
Well,
will
let's
not
talk about
come.
this. Let's talk about this
Yeah,
another time. Yeah. Let
yeah,
let have a
yeah.
let have a show. Invite one of the guys. Let extend. Let talk about. Let put a flyer. On, let's talk about it. And another time where you can invite two.
Okay,
Talk about the St. Patrick. Come in. I like it because I know St. Patrick. My brother was in St. Patrick. I know how St. Patrick was a very good school, and I think we can talk about it too. Yeah. It's a good. It's a good thing.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And,
again,
we'll tell you the model that they use to fundraising. They have created a new model that when people follow it, fundraising will be so easy for them. That's how they were
okay,
able to go this far.
uh-huh.
They put in the electricity and everything, water. We almost to completion. That 58,000 would do it and be ready to be open next year if we reach to that
Okay,
milestone.
okay. I thank you God for that. See, Patrick, but yeah, he couldn't die. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you God for restoration. Yeah. Okay, but we can have a good time sometime. We can talk about it. Probably another big program where we can invite one or two guys or nominate from there and also from here, and then we can go live and share the information. That means you can have more people coming. This information, what we had, it was just 2 hours ago, 3 hours, and we came on show. So if you have time, and say, okay, in 2 weeks, in 1 week, we have this program. We can start sharing the information and know who's supposed to be the guest.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your party statement, my man? What your party
Oh,
statement on Monday?
my party statement. I must thank you because I gave you favor when you are in Liberia to be on my show. Now
Yeah.
you giving me the favor back to be on your show. So I
No,
like life is so interesting. You never know
yeah, I
what.
know. But to say no, interesting. When I came to the state, you were the guy that I met. You picked me up from that place. I can remember that night when I slept on my transition. All this. Yeah, so my man, we can't forget. But anyway, we want to thank God for those of us who are listening. He's my big brother Fred Smith Jr. And this guy is one of the veterans from Boston community. And want to say that we're going to be talking. We're going to have a special time for Boston community children here, and I'm going to have that show. And very soon, I'm going to start talking to some of them. Those of us who are in America, those of us who in not every part of the world, we're going to start mobilizing to see how we can. This is not about, we're talking about development, right? So we need to come together and start discussing how can we keep Bassa community strong and support the brotherhood, Bassa brotherhood benefit society and the church. God bless you, my man. Let's talk about it and see how we
And
can
my
support.
closing remark now.
Yeah.
I can't close with all giving thanks to God. God have kept me ups and down, but He have me for a purpose here.
Yeah.
And so I want to let others who searching for God too. We have a church, the First International
Hey, Bassa.
Baptist Church, which you know about it, and the pastor,
Oh, you guys are
Pastor
good.
Solomon Ernst. So if you're looking for a soul searching place, that's a church to be. I'm the church clerk there. So I'm trying to give share my gift in so many fashion, my
That's
brother
right.
best
Same
man.
way. I
When I
got the
try to
same way, man.
through the church, through the community, through
Yeah.
Liberia, all I'm trying to the short time that I
That's
have
true.
on earth, I want to give back. I want to give
Oh,
back to the
that's
community.
right, Brother Fred. That's right. Myself, that's where I am, and I want to add, to him. The First International Baptist Church was actually my host. I know them. Those guys are good guys, and the church. We have Dr. Solomon, and who is the current pastor, and I want to invite you also, guys, who listening. If you have right down Trenton, New Jersey, right down Trenton, right here is 60. I think 655
No, 685, 685 Stuyvesant Avenue.
Stuyvesant Avenue, and you can just try to visit that church and listen to the pastor. He's a very educated man. Besides being educated, called in the gospel, he able to take care of you. He's a careful pastor, and I want to say you are welcome to even the redeemed. We got churches all right at way, Christian Church of God. We got churches here that we are partnering with, and I think you got to find a home church. Those of us who are listening, we starting our promo. We have a lot of promo coming up as we play our program now. You're going to be listening to different promo, different sponsoring program that I'm going to be playing because we need to make some money, Fred. We need to make some money. We need to pay bills. So if you want to donate, yes, you can. You're free to donate, and we need right now. I'm talking here now. I'm looking for a warehouse. I'm looking for a place, because our institution we launched yesterday, but we are getting into a different level, and we need to drive up where we have our studio because we want to expand our studio where we're going to be hosting live. Fred, you're going to come to the studio, enter the studio, sit down with me, we chat. We getting all those instruments. We chat, we talk live, and people watching off from all over the world. And that's why we are building up. We need your support. We don't know how it's going to come, but I know that somebody out there is watching. If you want to be a blessing, we are open to be a blessing. Thank you. Fred, what is your party statement, my man? Great,
My,
big, big.
my parting statement would be that I'm very grateful to God how He using my talent to give back to the community, and we want to improve journalism in Liberia. We want to improve sports activity, and so you will be hearing me more of these type of services, strengthen the community because the grassroots community, if you empower your community, great things happen to your community and everybody benefits. So that's where my energy will be utilized through the community, whether through the church, you know, and empower people. People woke me up one day. I can before I conclude. Uh, Mr. Dapo, Rufus Dapo. And I will tell you this story, Javi.
No,
I
man,
went to I went. It's short. It's
yeah,
short. I went to Grand Bassa County and I saw ants invading Grand Bassa County. And when
mhm.
I saw the ants, I came back, wrote a letter to the editor. Why is the ants invading Grand Bassa County? That's how I got into journalism, to writing as a reporter.
Okay,
Dapo said you have the IQ of a reporter. I want to train you to write. And that's how I started writing for New Liberia, just by
okay,
visiting Grand Bassa County. So you can have similar dream, you can have other dream, but how you stick to that dream, how other people can help nourish that dream,
yeah,
and they can be, you can fulfill your dream through other people helping you, like
yeah,
the guest speaker of conference St. Patrick said, we got to nourish people through education, and that was her speech, to nourish people, those things that our parents gave our neighbors, our father and mother, how it nourish us, our hunger for education. We can do that. So that's all. That's how I would like to conclude. Helping others, be a
okay.
mentor for others. Helping others. Don't keep all to yourself.
That's right. So again, thank you for joining us. And again, I with my big brother, brother friend, veteran brother friend, Virginia from actually from the United States of America, and he's a pillar from Massa community. And all of us are here today. We've been talking about constructive thing that the basketball team is coming back. Actually, they are forming a great team to help people change and develop when it comes to sport. God bless you, my man, and we'll see you again. Those of us who are listening, follow us for more.